we will start our Sahaj Yoga meditation session. As always, we'll first bow to Shri Mataji, and then we will raise our Kundalini and take Bandhan. How do we raise our Kundalini and take Bandhan? You raise your left hand in a straight manner, right hand in a coiling way. Take it up, give 1 knot. Second time, the same thing. Take it up, give 2 knots, 1 and 2. Third time, similarly, 3 knots up above your head. This we are doing to raise the Kundalini, which lies in 3.5 coils in our sacrum bone. Now, after raising the Kundalini, we will give ourselves a nice bandhan. The left hand will be in your lap, right hand will be over the top from the left side. Bring it up above your head, bring it out down to your right side and bring it back. Now this is 1 time. So like this we do total of 7 times for the 7 chakras. So I hope you are all settled in a comfortable corner, and we will meditate today. We'll start the session with balancing, and then we will meditate. Then we'll listen to a very short speech of Shri Mataji, and we'll also discuss some of the interesting aspects of Sahaj Yoga during the course of the meditation. So for the next 1 hour, please keep your mobile phone in a silent mode. If you're watching this on mobile, obviously you are listening to it. So we will start our session now. We'll balance so before even balancing, we'll put both our hands on Mother Earth. If you're sitting on a chair towards the Mother Earth, we'll just pray to the Mother Earth to give us sustenance required for our ascent. Just put your both hands either on Mother Earth or towards Mother Earth. Mother, please help us sustain our growth. Make yourself very comfortable. If you're wearing specs, you can remove it. If you just make yourself comfortable and be at ease. Now, we will balance our left side. Left side is the Ida Nadi, left sympathetic nervous system, which is all about our past, our emotions. So we will balance the left side. Left hand towards Shri Mataji, right hand on earth. Close your eyes. Keep your attention inside. Mother, please balance our left side. Right hand towards earth or right hand on earth, left hand in your lap. Keep your complete attention inside and see how you're feeling in the left palm. If you're feeling heat or heaviness, pray, Mother, please balance my left side. Mother, please balance this left side. Take away all the imbalance, all the negativity of my left side through Mother Earth. with your eyes closed, check the energy in the left palm, at the center of the palm and at the fingertips. If you're feeling heat or heaviness in the palm, or irritation or pulsation in any one of the fingertips, just pray, Mother, please balance this left side. If your palms are sweaty, if your left palm is sweaty, even then just pray, Mother, please balance my left side. As the left side balances, you'll start feeling the palm being light and coolness flowing in the left palm and a sense of vibrations in the left palm. Flow of energy. Be patient with yourself and honest with yourself and check how you are feeling. That indicates the state of your system and the chakras. Now we'll balance our right side, right hand in the lap and left hand towards the sky, palm turned inwards. Right hand in the lap and left hand towards the sky and say, Mother, please balance my right side. Take away all the excess heat and imbalance of my right side through the sky element. Mother, please balance my right side. Mother, please clear this right side. Now concentrate on the right palm at the center of the palm and around the fingertips. Right side is the Pingala Nadi, is the side of the rational side. Action, everything happens from the right side. Thinking, planning, all comes from the right. Mother, please take away all my thoughts, all my doubts, all my worries, and balance my right side. Check the energy in the right palm. Again, is it the same as the left palm or is it different? If different, how is it different? You would need to check it for yourself. If you're feeling heat, heaviness or tingling in any one of the fingertips, pray, Mother, please take this away through the sky element. Put both hands in the lap now. Both your hands in the lap. Put your right hand on the heart. And here say, Mother, please help me meditate. Now sincerely ask here. Heart is the place where our spirit is. Spirit is our Atma. And that is our true identity of ourself. So from the heart when we ask, it materializes. So just pray, Mother, please help me meditate. Place your right hand on the forehead and here say, Mother, I forgive everybody and I forgive myself. Mother, I forgive everyone and I forgive myself. I forgive all my thoughts. Mother, I forgive all my thoughts. Keep the right hand on top of the head, on the talu, center of the head, on the talu, on the fontanelle bone, and here gently press the head and move the skin of the head, not the head, not the hand, the skin of the head in a clockwise direction. And just pray, Mother, please establish my self-realization. Please establish my attention. Now keep your right hand in the lap, both hands in the lap, and now let's meditate for about 5 minutes. And during meditation, keep our complete attention on top of the head and see how we are feeling the Chaitanya flowing today. Complete attention on top of the head. check how you're feeling on top of the head, half an inch above. With the right hand you see, is it cool or warm here? No need to touch the head. And also with the left hand check. Now, if you felt heat in the left hand, know that the left side is to be balanced further. If you're feeling heat in the right side needs more balance. And if there is heat in both hands, then the clearance is further happening now. Okay. Now we will meditate for some more time. You keep your attention, because throughout the meditation the Kundalini is working. So in Sahaj Yoga, we believe that we don't do anything. Our Kundalini, which is there inside us, the motherly energy present in the sacrum bone, you can see the chart there. That Kundalini energy is awakened in you now after Sahaj Yoga, and that energy automatically during meditation flows to various centers which are deficient or overactive, and automatically brings them to a balance. And as the centers come to a balance, and as the Kundalini crosses this particular center Agnya and goes into Sahasrara here, our thoughts start coming down. Now everything happens on its own. So only thing in Sahaj Yoga what you need to be is patient. Put your hands out like this, and throughout this meditation keep your attention on top of the head. Just raise your hand like this. Keep your attention here and just witness whatever is happening. Do not react. Now we'll listen to a short 3-4 minute speech of Shri Mataji about meditation, and after that again we will discuss a few aspects so that we can understand Sahaj Yoga better. Even during Shri Mataji's speech, you can keep your attention and see how the vibrations are flowing in your hands.
Okay. First and foremost thing is to meditate and to raise your Kundalini. Meditation is the only way you can grow. There's no other way out. Because when you meditate, you are in silence. You are in thoughtless awareness. Then the growth of awareness takes place. Then it opens out. But if you are thinking, supposing there's a lake and the lake is completely in a turmoil, nothing can grow. But supposing it is silent, then lotuses can grow, anything can grow in it. In the same way, if your mind is agitated and your growth is not yet fully expressing itself, then it's such a vicious circle that you are agitated and your growth is hindered. Again you are agitated, your growth is hindered. So the best way is to take to meditation. When you take to meditation, this turmoil will settle down. And when it will settle down, your growth will take place. After meditation, you will feel definitely that you have come out very well, you have grown very well. But for that, one has to be very honest. You cannot force people to be honest. That's one thing you can't do. You have to be honest to yourself. You have not to be hypocrite. You have to see for yourself that whatever you are doing is for your benevolence, is for your good, and that you have to do it because it is good for you to begin with, and then for the good of the humanity. You are doing for the good of the humanity. It is such a simultaneous thing. It works as soon as you achieve something, it works. When it works, then you are convinced. I'd say it's a very beautiful new chain starts within yourself, and then you really starts enjoying your joy of yourself. Now the best is that you all must meditate. You all have to meditate. Only in meditation you are in present and you grow in your spirituality. I've said it many a times, but people just don't do it. About 10 minutes if you can meditate before sleeping, it's of a very great help to you. No doubt. You really grow very fast. Immediately I know this man is meditating the way he has changed. And then once you get used to it, you will never give it up. It's very simple meditation. Put the feet in the water, a little bit of salt in it, and About 5-10 minutes you must allow vibrations to clear you out. Then wipe your feet, put the water properly into some disposal, and then sit down for meditation. If you can do that every day, even 10 minutes is more than sufficient. Don't have to do anything in an extreme manner.
Now just let's meditate, and in our meditation let's tell ourselves that we will give ourselves those 10 minutes every day, 5 or 10 minutes morning and evening. Make a resolve. Keep our attention on top of the head and feel the energy. Let the energy flow. You don't need to do anything. You don't need to think about it. Just sit back, keep your attention on top of the head and observe what is happening, whatever that is happening in your spinal cord, on the top of the head, in both palms. Just witness without reacting. Slowly open your eyes. Slowly open your eyes and check how you're feeling on top of the head again. Is it cool or is it hot? Is it the same as it was at the beginning of the meditation or is it different? most of you may feel it has calmed down, your thoughts have reduced, and there is a certain coolness that you can feel, either with one hand or with both hands. Check how you are feeling. So now some of you have been meditating for a while, and it's important that you know more about Sahaj Yoga and settle down in the meditation, understand this meditation fully. Now we've had few weeks where we explained about chakras, the nadis. What is very important in Sahaj Yoga to be able to grow further is understanding how this is possible. This awakening of Kundalini is a very, very difficult happening in spirituality. Kundalini awakening is not an easy thing at all. People go to Himalayas, to the forests, and do penance for years and years to achieve this state. How is that we've been able to get this state sitting at home in such a simple manner? Now that's an important question that we need to understand, and that has been possible by the grace of Her Holiness Shri Mataji Nirmala Devi, whose photograph you are seeing there. This has been purely possible by her grace. She started this method of meditation on 5th May 1970, and in over 100 countries now, hundreds and thousands of people are meditating. So why is it that this is possible? Why am I saying it's by her grace? Yes, she is the Guru, but there is a fact that her presence, even her photograph can generate that energy where our desire, when any seeker's desire to get realization, automatically, just like a lit candle being able to light any number of candles, the energy just awakens. And that is possible by her grace. And as I say it, you can feel the energy in your palms. You can check the energy in your hands, the coolness that is flowing in the hands. This is the Chaitanya Lahari, which Adi Shankaracharya described as the cool breeze, which is possible only by the grace of Adi Shakti. The awakening of Kundalini. Those who have read Lalita Sahasranama, they can understand that only by the grace of the goddess can awakening of Kundalini and the highest spiritual state is possible. And when the highest spiritual state comes in, automatically our physical problems, our emotional problems, our mental problems are all automatically taken care of. Now that is possible by the grace of the Guru, and so therefore it is very important for us to recognize the Guru. Recognition is a very important aspect in Sahaj Yoga. Sahaj Yoga is not a mechanical thing. It may look very, very simple that we're just putting a hand like this and it's happening. Just like lighting a matchstick is very simple. It's absolutely simple. You don't need to do anything. Just put the friction and it lights in. But it is a complex mechanism. You can't take the matchstick and rub against any surface. You need to rub it against the matchbox. So the matchbox is the Guru, is the one who has given this. So that recognition is very important. We are like a matchstick, and we have the energy Kundalini at the tip. But the point is that we need the grace of the Guru to be able to light it. And that has been possible by the grace of Shri Mataji. And your journey in Sahaj Yoga will grow multifold the moment you recognize the grace. She is not going to get anything. She has attained her Samadhi in 2011, and Delhi her Samadhi is there. But the Shakti is eternal, and she is eternal, and the grace is eternal. So she is not going to get anything by us recognizing her. It is just that our state in Sahaj Yoga, our own understanding of self, takes a quantum leap the moment we recognize our Guru. So that's a very important aspect, and which I am talking to you today. Again, as I told you last time, take it as a prescription what I am saying and experiment with what what I'm telling you now. So there are what we call as, there are certain mantras in Sahaj Yoga, which when you take those mantras is nothing but the aspects are chakras, the aspects of our chakras. There are 7 chakras, and each chakra and the nadis, they have got qualities. Last week also I said that the qualities are nothing but the resemble aspects of a deity within us. So you can call it qualities or you can call it a deity. Like Sri Ganesha, you can talk about the qualities of Sri Ganesha, which is auspiciousness, wisdom, innocence. You can talk about that, or you can say Sri Ganesha. It is just the same. So why do we invoke a deity? Is that we invoke the deity so that those qualities get established within us. So when you invoke the deity, automatically those qualities get established within us. Like say for example your mother, you can ask your mother, give me food. You can ask, give me food, or you can just call out mother, and the mother knows that you need food, right? So you can just call out mother and the food automatically comes to you, or you can say, you can call out food. Both are just the same. The idea is getting the food is important. How you get it? Try both ways. Whatever is more effective, you can do that. So coming back to the point, there are deities for each of the chakras, and the invocation of the deity, when you invoke the deity, that itself is a mantra. After Sahaj Yoga, whatever you say is a voice of a realized soul. Realized soul means someone from whom the energy of the Almighty is flowing. See, in your hands, now you're feeling the energy, the coolness you're feeling in your hands and on the top of the head. That is what is realization. So when you are saying something, automatically it is getting realized in the form of energy. So whatever you say now is a mantra. So when I say mantra, it is whatever you're saying, that is a mantra. Okay. So there are certain mantras, and the most important, some of you already know about it, what we call as the 3 mantras. The 3 great mantras, where we invoke the qualities of all the chakras and the nadis. The first one, where we talk about the 3 nadis. The 3 nadis represent to the 3 forces of energy. The central nadi, the Sushumna nadi, the one in the middle, is the force of the Mahalakshmi. The right nadi, the Pingala nadi, is the force of Mahasaraswati. The left nadi, which is the Ida nadi, is the force of Mahakali. Now, the Trinity is what is working. The 3 aspects are working. All the 3 energies are important. You need desire, action, and the balance, the knowledge to sustain the entire thing. But the flow of the energy is integrated. All the 3 integrate at the Sahasrara, and that's when you start feeling the state of meditation, the thoughtlessness, and the cool breeze coming through it. So that is the first mantra, which is where we invoke Mahalakshmi, Mahasaraswati, and Mahakali by the grace of our Guru, Sri Mataji. So that is the first mantra. The second mantra is, now there is this aspect, we have had incarnations which have incarnated at various points of time, and evolution has been possible. Right from Mooladhara, Ganesha, Brahma, Saraswati, Lakshmi, Vishnu, Adiguru, Dattatreya at the void, to Durga at the central heart, Sitaram at right heart, Shiv Parvati at left heart, Radha Krishna, Krishna at the Vishuddhi Chakra, Mahavishnu here, also Jesus here, and here Buddha on the right Agnya, Mahavira in the left Agnya, Mahaganesha in the back Agnya. All have incarnated to awaken the aspects which are pertaining to that. The quality of penance, quality of forgiveness has come through the incarnations of the Agnya, which are Jesus, Buddha, Mahavira, all of them. They've shown how penance and forgiveness can help establish this center. Similarly, Krishna at the Vishuddhi Chakra has established the qualities of divine diplomacy, witness state. All those qualities have been established. Similarly, fearlessness comes from Durga, motherly nature comes from Durga, and Rama comes the qualities of responsibility, ideal, to be an ideal human being. That comes from the state of the right heart, which is Rama. So like that, we have had all the qualities. The final or the next stage of evolution is been referred to in lot of incarnations as the incarnation of Kalki. But that doesn't mean that there is going to be some other person who is going to come in with with some weapons and all. But this is an incarnation of the consciousness. If you look at the happenings which are happening in the world today, it's a very peculiar situation that the world is in, where the entire world is experiencing what every human being on the planet is experiencing. In that way, this pandemic has actually brought the world together and has shown that there are no boundaries to what a human experience can be. You may be rich, poor, you may be anything, but it is all bound by by the state of happening which is there. Now it is a virus which is actually happening there, which comes from the subconscious. But that also proves that when something can bring you down, something can pull you up also. And that power, that energy that can pull us up is nothing but our consciousness. In our consciousness, if we are established as a higher state of being, automatically we are unaffected. And that state of collective consciousness, where the entire world gets into one thought, one being, is nothing but the state of Kalki. When everything is happening together, when the consciousness is united, is the state of Kalki. So that is the next level of evolution which is already happening, in which we can see that. So these are all the aspects that we are invoking. Our own Kundalini is another aspect which is there in us, which is there in the entire universe, the Kundalini. So those are the three aspects that we invoke. Now I will take the three mantras, and you can put your hands in your lap, keep your attention on top of the head, close your eyes and experience the energy that is flowing in. So in Sahaj Yoga, you don't need to judge by your mind or by your ego. Is this right or this wrong? Just feel the energy, and when you feel the energy is cool and it is flowing, know that it is right. Okay? Now keep your hands in the lap, eyes closed, attention on Sahasrara, and I'll take the three mantras and you feel the energy. How is it flowing? Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Mahalakshmi Mahasaraswati Mahakali Trigunatmika Kundalini Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Kalki Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Kalki Sakshat Shri Sahasrara Swamini Moksha Pradaini Mataji Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha. Now check the vibrations that are flowing in your hands. You can clearly feel the coolness that has grown many-fold. Check on top of your head also, you can feel the coolness. Or you can feel the thoughtlessness. Just enjoy that for a minute. Just enjoy the vibrations that are flowing as we read the three mantras. Slowly open your eyes. Now see this, the mantra emits vibrations. When you are saying the mantra, your Kundalini and your Vishuddhi, they are becoming one, and that energy is growing manifold. It vibrates the entire atmosphere around you. Not only is your chakras getting into a higher state of activity with the mantra, it is also invoking a energy around you, which is again helping you move into a higher state of consciousness. You can absolutely do meditation without mantras. We can do with mantras, but you see the difference. Similarly, when you meditate in front of Shri Mataji's photograph and you meditate without that, also you can see the difference. At the end of the day, these are all, I would say, tools for you to establish a higher state. Once the state is established within you, you don't need any other tool. The tool is only the Kundalini, your spirit. When they become completely one, your attention merges, then there is nothing required. But in the beginning, we may need certain aid of certain tools, because that will help us settle down and eat quickly. So similarly, every deity you can take a mantra like this. So for example, Ganesha, okay? So you can take the Ganesha mantra like this. All you do is, you put the name of the deity in the mantra and that's it. I'll take the Ganesha mantra and again you see the vibrations. Ganesha is the deity of Mooladhara, right? The first center. So see the vibrations, you can feel the vibrations of the deity in your hands at the place, and also this is the Mooladhara, the base of the palm is the Mooladhara. Now see the vibrations. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha. See the energy that is flowing. Similarly, any deity you can take. For example, the left side, the Ida Nadi. When we balance the Ida Nadi, we are just saying, putting the left hand in the lap and right hand in the thing. Now, those of you feeling a lot of heat in the left hand, heaviness in the left hand, try this out. We will invoke the deity of the left side, which is Mahakali. Now, those who are feeling heat on the left hand, put your left hand in the lap, right hand on the earth, close your eyes, attention on top of the head, and we will take the mantra of the deity of left side, which is Mahakali, and see the vibrations of the left side now. This is all an experiment. Just continue the experiment and see how you're feeling. Close your eyes, left hand in the lap, right hand on the earth or towards the earth. Let's take the mantra of Mahakali and check the vibrations in the left hand. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Mahakali Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha. Now check the energy that is flowing in the left hand. Especially those who felt heat, see how you are feeling right now. As the activity in the left palm increased, check now. There's coolness in the left palm. Now check we will see, experiment with the mantra of the right side now. The right hand in the lap, left hand towards the sky. Now those who are feeling the right side is hot and right side is heavy, see if we take the deity's name of the right side, what happens. And the deity is Mahasaraswati here, and we'll see how is it. How is the energy? Right hand in the lap, left hand towards the sky. Close your eyes and from your heart, let's take the mantra of the right side. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Mahasaraswati Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha. See the energy in the right side now. Now right side's deity or the angel of the right side is Hanumana. Hanumana is the angel of the right side, Right side is the sun channel. There is a story that Hanumana flew up in the sky and tried to eat the sun because he's flowing in the right channel, which is the sun channel. And the sun that he tried to eat is not the sun but the ego. The right channel goes here and crosses over on the left side here, forming our ego, where we are judging others, judging everything, right? So Hanumana actually tries to pull down the ego and saying that you are not doing anything, he is the one who is doing. So that is the energy of the right side. The angel of the right side is Hanumana. Left side is Bhairava, right side is Hanumana. Today also happens to be Hanuman Jayanti. Okay, it's Hanumana's birthday. So let us take the mantra with Hanumana and see the energy flowing in the right side. Right hand in the lap, left hand towards the sky. And let's take the mantra of Hanumana and see how the energy of Hanumana we can feel in our hand. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Hanuman Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha. Now see the energy flowing in the right palm now. Especially those who felt heat. Is it different? Is it cool down? Check for yourself. So that is how we use mantras to balance. Now we did left and right. Let's do the central channel, which is Mahalakshmi. Let us invoke Mahalakshmi and see the state what we feel. Both hands in the lap. Close your eyes. Attention on Sahasrara. You can take the mantra in your heart or you can take it aloud. It's up to you. You can just listen to it also. That's fine. Mahalakshmi. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Mahalakshmi Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha. Now see the energy that is flowing in the hands now. There is a lot of activity on the right Agnya, which is the channel of ego. So we'll try to take this mantra of Mahat Ahamkara, where we surrender our ego to the supreme ego of God Almighty. Mahat Ahamkara Sakshat. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Mahat Ahamkara Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha. Now the pressure on the right Agnya comes down. Attention on the central channel. Keep your attention on top of the head, on the Sahasrara. Chitta pura talu pe rakhiye, on the fontanel bone area. Let's meditate for 1 minute and absorb the energy that is flowing now. Whatever health problems, personal problems that you have, just let them go out from your Sahasrara into the all-pervading energy. Mother, please take away all my worries, all my problems, all my badhas and help me be thoughtless. Nirvichara, Nirvichara. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nirvichara Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha. Now check with your right hand on top of the head how you are feeling. Is it cool or hot? Check with the left hand also. Is it cool or warm? Check in both hands. See, there is a lot more coolness now than before. Now, if you have questions, doubts, you can ask me on the page where you are seeing and we will try to respond to you. important thing is meditate and automatically you will find all your answers. But important thing is that especially those of you who have been meditating for a while and those who have attended a few sessions of Sahaj Yoga, now make a resolve that you want to know more about Sahaj Yoga and you want to grow in Sahaj Yoga. Just like if you've taken up a course, you would want to advance in that course. In Sahaj Yoga, we don't do any certifications or we don't try to push or force people. Everyone learns based on their own interest, out of their free will and out of their own pure desire. So I would implore all of you to make a decision that you will practice Sahaj Yoga because you are feeling energy in your hands, not because I am telling you or not because Shri Mataji is telling you, but because you are feeling the energy and the peace within you, that you will keep your doubts aside and with a firm resolve take steps inside to follow it. And as you start doing it, you see miraculously how you will transform and how will you grow and how your issues you'll start seeing them getting addressed. So as Srimati said today in the meditation, morning meditation and foot soaking. Please do this sincerely, 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes in the evening. Thank you very much for the session. Thank you for the patience and attending this. And we all wish you a very best, and in your journey in knowing Sahaj Yoga, understanding Sahaj Yoga, may Mother bless us all and teach us all. Thank you. Jai Shri Mataji.